Welcome to this episode of the Gunman. This video I'll be reviewing and demoing the Anest Iwata Supernova for use with clear coat and base coat. So we're using the WS400-01 air cap with a 1.3mm fluid needle and tip on it. This gun's quite a popular gun. They're a great looking gun, as you can see straight away. They're pretty space age looking. I'd say they're up there with one of the coolest looking guns on the market. Although the DeVilbiss GTI Pros have got some pretty nice designs on them these days too. First I used this gun, I didn't really like it, but after I started to play around with some of the settings, I actually started to get the hang of it, and I actually do quite like the gun now. So what I did at the start there, you saw me with full fan, and it really comes out way too slow, so I ended up just winding the fan in about 2.5 turns or 3 turns there, and you can see it's really coming out nice and quick. It's getting a lot of fluid on the panel nice and quickly. So I just did that spray fan pattern for you on the middle of the door to show you actually how big the fan is. To me it's actually too big, and you're never actually going to use that fan size, so I don't really see why they made it that big, but they did. And this gun, I wouldn't recommend using it at full fan width. So just giving that a couple of minutes in between coats, and right to go back on. I'm using Solvent based base coat, so it dries up nice and quickly. Got the booth up to 30 degrees, and the pressure settings I'm using is about 40 psi. So that was another hurdle for me to sort of get my head around, coming from the DeVilbiss. I'm used to setting them at about 25 to 30 psi. I don't think I've, prior to using this gun, ever sprayed at 40 psi. That's more the kind of pressures that you would use on the older suction fed guns. But this gun, because you have to wind that fan in to get the fluid out, well then the pressure's going to go up as the fan comes in. Yet I do find that they're quite an efficient gun. I don't find you get much more wastage. So this is a good comparison actually, because I'm using the GTI Pro Lite with the H1 air cap on it here, and this is at full fan. This was just by chance because I'm using this for the blending clear here, but you can see how much closer I'm going, and it's just atomizes totally different. But this is the guns that I always used to use, and I've recently been just changing it up, mainly for the sake of doing some videos for you guys, because I know you guys like to see my reviews and demos. They seem to be the videos that get more views than the other ones, so that's what I keep making more of them for you guys. And back on to the Supernova here. So you see I'm holding the gun a little bit further back than what I was with the Pro. And it's one of those things that there's no 100% setting that you have to use the gun on. And I do change the settings as I go, just to, you watch the paint going on and you see, well, that's how I want it to go on, so I'll keep doing that. Or you say, oh, it's not going on quite nice, I might change this, I might up the pressure a touch, down the pressure a touch, and possibly wind fan open or close it up a touch. And you'll actually notice in this job that I do change the settings as I go. And it's a good demo of how you can actually get a similar end result, while actually having totally different settings. So if you've got the fan wound open more, you're going to have to go closer. As you wind it in, you're going to have to hold it further back. Yet you can still get similar overall result and finish. So it turns out, after I did this fender, you'll see here I ended up deciding maybe that's a little bit too small of a fan, so I wound the fan just open, just another 1/4 of a turn just here, just there. Yep, open it up a touch more. Decided it's going to get it on a bit nicer, and I'm holding the gun in a little bit closer there. So it's I'd say it's a great gun if you if you wanted to buy one, I wouldn't recommend against it. It's they look good, they spray nice. Even little things, just like the pot itself, I reckon it's got a good look to it, you know. The tapered edges to it, it's just got a very solid feel to it. It feels like something that's going to last. Not like one of those cheapo guns you might pay $100 for. If you pay $100 for a spray gun, you're going to get a $100 spray gun. You pay $600 for something like this, well then you're going to get a good spray gun. It's going to last you for a long time. I've still got my first gun that I ever bought when I was a first year apprentice. It's an original DeVilbiss GTI, and it's still going strong. Another thing I'd like to bring up as well is the fact that these spray guns are designed to spray paint. Now, it's not rocket science that if you put paint in there, you're going to be able to spray paint out. Like, some people say, oh no, because that says base on it. Like, that gun actually says base on it, and that's the one with the gold little knobs on it. People think, oh, you can only spray base coat through it, you can't use clear coat. Well, have a look at what I'm doing now. I'm spraying clear coat and it's spraying out. Look, if you look back into the technology of spray paint, it actually goes back to perfume sprayers. And you know what? If I wanted, I could spray perfume out of this. If I wanted to have a little compressor at home and I could spray the missus up with perfume every night before she goes out, I can spray clear coat with it. I can spray base coat with it. They're all-rounder spray guns. If I wanted to spray primer through it, I could spray primer through it. So, yeah, that's something that is a little bit annoying sometimes when I get these comments and saying, oh, no, that's just a base coat gun. You can't use it for anything but base coat. Well, it's bullshit, I'm sorry, but, yeah, so you're looking at me spray clear coat on now, and it's going on real nice. So, yeah, so this is Duxone 2K Clear, which I'm using on this job, which is a cheaper brand of Standox here in Australia. I think they do have it overseas as well, but to be honest, it is one of the best cheap clears I've ever used. It reworks well, so if you ever have to redo a panel or something like that, it won't fry up. It cuts well, it dries well. It basically ticks all the boxes. And it is actually really cheap too. So if you're looking at trying to save a couple of bucks, and at the same time having a good quality clear, I'd recommend using this Duxone. And it's also, if you're using it over the top of the Standox base coat, they also warrant it as well because they're clear. So just up the top there, I'm just doing a little bit of a blend up there. I sprayed some thinners over the top of that. Here's another look at the gun. Give you a look at the job itself too. Came up pretty nice, couple of bits of dust in it. Nothing more than the usual there. This is the car once it's all finished off. Bit of a miserable old day out here at the moment, unfortunately. Nice Audi A4 2.7 TDI. Customers should be happy to get their car back. So check out these links if you haven't already seen them. Thanks again for watching, and this has been another Gunman production. Goodbye.